You are ready to start?
Yes, I am.
Good, because we've started.
I was enjoying doing ASMR, but you don't like it so much.
No, it's a little creepy.
No,
ASMR is pretty creepy.
it is not. We're doing podcast No Glasses tonight.
Well, I got to read.
Oh,
So,
it's funny you have to take your glasses off to read.
I'm unique.
You are definitely
I'm very unique. I stand out from the crowd. Everybody else uses readers. I take glasses off. Naked face.
naked face. What's up? What are we talking about?
We're old. So we're gonna talk about. Let's see here. What's the name of this?
I'm glad you pointed out that we're old right off the bat.
10 new dating slang words to know in 2022.
So
it's 2023, but we still probably don't know these slang words, so we're going to go through them for people out there that are trying to date. We're not.
No.
Just to inform you.
I wish we had somebody, that's younger than us on here to talk about
We
this.
still don't discriminate, though. We're here to help everyone.
Exactly.
So we're going to get into some slang term words for the youngsters.
You sound old.
How about that?
Please don't ever say that again.
Whew, I'm full from...
It's because I'm not. I was not very... I don't know. Mine was not very good.
Yours was not very good?
No. It could have been that I was holding a toddler trying to eat at the same time.
It's always challenging.
Yeah.
It's not.
How did I get that job, by the way?
It's not my favorite thing to do.
Well, I mean, how did I get that job out of the whole table?
Well, shit, I don't know.
I don't either.
I think she just likes you.
Anyway, go ahead. So what are they? Shoot them at me because I probably have never heard them.
Oh, these you know for sure. Number one on the list is called it's soft launching.
What?
Yeah, soft launching. I don't even know how you would use soft launching.
Launching. Is that like courting?
It sounds physical. Like a...
What's it mean?
Like it's a
Please
move.
tell me that it explains what these mean.
Well, it originated as a web term that means launching a new website in stages. As dating slang, it means essentially the same thing, except that that thing being launched is a new relationship. The term refers to trend of posting subtle hints on social media that you're dating someone new. Two glasses of wine, for instance, without revealing identifying details.
So that's soft launching, posting something like we've had 2 glasses of wine? I don't get it.
I'm still reading.
Oh, I thought you were sounding done.
ENNET. I don't know what's the internet. We would lose our list.
Rabbit hole.
Who tweeted in 2020, COVID, congratulations on the soft launch of your boyfriend. And then in parentheses says, pic of story, elbow and side profile only.
What?
Elbow and side profile only. If things work out, maybe you'll level up to sharing photos of each other on the main feed.
You've lost me.
Dude, these kids.
None of that made sense to me.
They've lost me on the soft launching.
I still don't understand. That's why we need a younger person here to say, well, this is what it really means.
You know what I'm going to do? Let's see if we can get us a fun one.
A fun young person? Are you calling somebody?
Yeah, my girlfriend. She's young and fun.
Oh,
just kidding.
You're funny. You're funny.
You like that? Dadgam. Let me see if this is on Urban Dictionary.
We're looking soft launch up on Urban Dictionary.
It would be...
Why don't you let me do that part while you keep your list up?
A photo review of a talking stage before it becomes an official relationship on social media.
Huh.
A photo preview of a talk. That's much easier to understand.
A photo preview of a what?
Let me open it up here. A photo preview of a talking stage before it becomes an official relationship on social media. Taking photos of their dinner plate and their hands, half their face, or their shoes as to allude there's someone special in your life.
Oh, now I get it.
So it's a teaser.
Okay.
Can we just say teaser?
But it's not even that. We didn't have anything. Like, I'm trying to equate what we would have called that in our back in the day. But we wouldn't have done anything like that because we didn't have social media. So
that's why you date, though. You go, I'm going to ask her out.
But I'm just saying, we didn't need to have a soft launch because people either saw you together or they didn't because they couldn't see you together any other way than in person.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, it says here in the example, Kayla saying this. Oh, Are you guys official now? Hannah says, no. We're doing a soft launch of our relationship in case it doesn't work out.
Oh my gosh.
Kayla says, good idea.
That is crazy. Like, I wonder if our kids know what a soft launch is, or if this is just like a trendy, like you have to live in, New York City or LA or somewhere like that to even know what it is.
Somewhere hip.
I wish one of them was here right now.
Soft launching.
That's dumb. That's dumb. Y'all don't need to do that. I mean, we don't know. Nobody cares. And yeah, we kind of do.
People are bored.
Oh, people are nosy. I've become a real nosy person from being on social media. Makes you nosy.
If someone like think of a friend that's single right now, if they post a picture of them out and it's like this is a soft launch biatch.
Hey, are you doing a soft launch right now?
Bring in the hardcore soft launch.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, okay. What's the next one?
Roaching.
Roaching. Like ROACHING.
Dang it, you are good. Spelling bee champ.
Roaching.
Right here.
Can you use it in a sentence, please?
I've got to read the definition. You got to understand, I found this list and I was like, I don't know what any of these are, so I didn't read the definitions up front.
Oh, the roaching sounds
good. Is tons of roaches.
All I can think of is but it's stages of a relationship or dating slang.
This is
dating slang. So roaching could be because I don't know what the definition is at all. It could be that they're bugging you or something. It's like annoying, like they're being annoying, and you need like this. He's roaching me right now. Like it to me would be like he's annoying me, he's bugging me, he's like he will not leave me alone, like stalker mode. But I could be wrong.
Let me check.
Okay.
I'm going to read this out loud. People, if you're listening to this, hang in there with us. I'm a terrible reader. Especially.
Well, I'll read it if you want me to.
You'll read it?
Well, yeah.
Awesome, man. I didn't want to read it.
I mean, I don't care to read. I just don't know if I can see it.
I don't like to read
without my readers on.
Well, where are your readers?
In the bathroom. There's a pair. I have a pair almost everywhere. Well, okay. Are you going to go get them? Because you got. Y'all should have seen that. He's going to get my readers, and he's like, "I'll go get them for you." And we wear headphones when we do the podcast, so we cannot be so loud. To fix the volume, and he forgot he had them on, and he tried to walk away, and the headphones went with him. It's kind of a thing. You had to be here, but it was really kind of funny. As soon as he gives me my, there we go. Lordy. Okay, all right. Wow, that is so much better. I am old.
You're a hero.
Okay, you are my hero. Roaching is an unwritten rule that if you see one cockroach, there are probably more lurking in the dark. That's where the dating term roaching comes from. It's described as roaching if a person you're dating is hiding the fact that they're involved with multiple other people at the same time.
Oh, not exclusive.
Of course, there's nothing wrong with keeping it casual or seeing multiple people if that's what's been agreed upon. What makes it roaching is the fact that it's happening in secret. That makes sense. The person might even play it off like they're only seeing one person. Maybe it's time to exterminate that connection.
Ooh.
I know some roaches, but anyway, a lot of people are like that. I mean, but here's the thing. It's done in secret. So if you're so a lot of times when you start dating, maybe at the beginning, I don't know. Not had a date. I've not dated obviously in a long time, but I'm sure there's a stage maybe where at the beginning it's like, I might be seeing other people. I'm kind of going on dates with other people. That's cool. That's fine.
It's as long as you're open, it's not roaching.
That's not roaching. But if it's it sounds like that it would be you're hiding the fact that you're seeing other people from that person. Right?
That's
like, even if you're not exclusive, even if the person says, are you seeing anybody else? Okay, this might be the first date, but if you're like, no, I'm not. That's roaching, right? That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, and if I were single and I went out with a lady, I would not. If she said that, it'd be a red flag.
Well, maybe, but maybe it's true.
So it's your first date. You haven't talked to another person. You're not talking to anybody. Like that's. I would be worried about that.
What if they're getting back out in the game and like I mean, maybe it would be a red flag, but I don't necessarily think it has to be because, somebody's got to start dating somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't,
I guess.
Yeah, I was going to try to look it up on Urban Dictionary, but mine's not downloaded. I guess I deleted it when I was trying to dictionary on that one because that one actually.
Yeah, and you can just Mine's open. You can pull up and
Oh, okay.
if you need to.
How many are there on here?
10.
Oh, there's quite okay. This one, next one is okay. I guess it's what's that guy, Dr. Anthony
Fauci.
Fauci. It's Fauci-ing.
Fauci.
Fauci-ing.
Huh.
Dr. Anthony Fauci, the director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, became a household name during the pandemic. Duh. He's so well known, in fact, that he inspired his own dating slang. Fauci-ing is the act of turning down a date because someone isn't taking the pandemic serious enough. The term is believed to have been coined by the dating app Plenty of Fish, and it's gotten so popular that an AXIOS, I don't know what that is, asked Dr. Fauci about it in February of 2021. He found it hilarious. I find it hilarious too. I don't think it can't really be a thing. I wouldn't think.
I think there's people
if
that are
it
psycho.
is,
I
then
think there's
there's your
that are
red
psycho.
flag. You don't want to be with that person anyway.
No. If somebody if they're that into the pandemic, then good. I'm out. Peace out.
If you're not taking it serious, congratulations. Because I mean,
Yeah, if you're taking it seriously, that's perfect. We can go ahead and just skip this date and every other one after it.
So I can imagine this person like saying like
Taking it to that level.
Can you take a COVID test before we go? I'm not with you guys. I mean, and if my date shows up wearing a mask, they have to be really ill. Like I have such a this sounds maybe so mean, but I have such a autoimmune deficiency or disease or whatever it is. I'm very compromised. I have to be careful. Okay.
Would you be like, so does that mean we're not hooking up this day?
I'm not gonna lie. It'd be a turnoff to me at this point in the game.
Probably. Yeah.
I know there was a point in the time where we all kind of were being careful and we get it, but now that all the truth has come out,
right,
we can stop playing this game. Okay, that's funny. There's actually a term. Okay, zombieing. By now, you've probably heard of ghosting. That's unpleasant phenomenon in which somebody abruptly ends all contact with no explanation. But what do you call when someone who ghosted you suddenly comes back around? Zombieing, a zombie in this case, is a ghoster who rises from the dead and contacts you like nothing ever happened.
Nice.
Just like in a real zombie apocalypse, there probably isn't a cure for the virus. Perhaps the best thing you can do is run away fast. Yeah, I mean, if you've ghosted me, I don't know. This is so hard for me to talk about because I'm not in the dating world or anything. But if I were ghosted, that hurts. And I probably, if you came back around, you'd have to have a pretty darn good explanation.
Well, you could even have a good one and I would still be like, you're full of crap.
Yeah,
bro.
because I mean, what in the world?
You're full of crap, lady.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I just don't think I can. I don't know. I mean, there might be a good reason, but if there's no, because if you cared about me that much, you would have said,
if you're
give
interested.
me enough decency and respect to say, listen, I'm interested in things, but I've got a lot of stuff going on and I really can't have you around right now. I can't have you in my life right now. Please don't contact me right now. I mean, I really, something like that.
I've got a wife and a family
But
and I didn't know what I was getting myself into with you.
That's
those type things.
Yeah. I think people ghost for that reason. And I think people ghost for, they just really don't like the person. They don't want to tell them and they don't ever want to have to talk to them or deal with them again. Instead of just breaking up with them, like saying like, I don't really like you at all. Let's break up.
Yeah.
But maybe you try that and the person like stalks you. It won't leave you alone. Then you have to ghost them.
Right.
But then you're probably not going to come back.
Probably not. So there's no way. But
I mean,
there's a whole like dating dictionary, I think, that came out.
That is so crazy.
For common
that is so
dating.
Crazy. Number 5 is woke fishing. I think I could know where this goes. I don't know. Maybe not. Coined by writer Serena Smith, woke fishing happens when someone portrays themselves as more progressive than they really are. Usually on social media in order to impress others or simply because they aren't as well versed on the issues as they believe themselves to be. The term is modeled after catfishing, in which someone assumes a false identity or personality online. Online activism is part of life in 2022, but misrepresenting your values to get dates doesn't sound very woke to us, is what they say. So basically, you're appearing to be more
like virtue signaling and stuff to get attention from people that are more progressive,
social sensitive. Or
you
something.
care about the environment, or
when you really don't.
Or it's not a big deal to you.
So it would be like us going on a date who is really into the pandemic and still taking it serious, and we act like we are.
Yeah, we're like, oh my gosh, can you
impress
believe
them,
those people aren't wearing their
right.
mask while they're driving alone in their car?
Right. That kind
Oh
of
my
thing.
gosh.
That would be woke fishing.
Woke fishing.
You and I at our age can't comprehend that, because I don't feel like, the woke culture is so annoying to me. I want respect. I think people should respect people, but there is a
stupidness. I woke fish the opposite way.
What do you mean?
If I feel like somebody's woke, I'll get them fired up about something.
Yeah, that's not very nice.
You know what I mean? Like, get them going.
Yeah.
Like, can you believe that this happened? Can you believe that people are allowed to have guns?
I think that so I think that there's a line. I think you should be sensitive to people, people's beliefs and what they do, and we should be respectful of everybody. But man, that people have gone over the line.
Well, they get attention. When you get attention, you'll do whatever. People want attention. And guess what? Nowadays, they can get it without leaving their phone. They can sit in the corner with their phone and say ridiculous stuff. And you got enough idiots out there that'll agree with them, for one.
Right.
And you got enough stupid idiots that'll try to fight with them.
So crazy.
Quit fighting with them.
The woke and the cancel culture is what we have to deal with today. And I just don't get it.
It's so dumb.
It is. So anyway, that's one. Okay. The next one is benching. Athletes get benched or removed from a game all the time. What does it mean in dating? Benching refers to the practice of keeping a potential romantic partner on hold in case others don't work out. Wow.
That happens all the time.
Wow. If you're being benched, the person who is doing the benching might reach out just often enough to keep you on the hook, but they only really invest time in a relationship or come around when they don't have other options. If dating had referees, there would definitely be a flag on the play. They're little jokes at the end of
that was dumb. That was dumb. The joke at the end was dumb.
Oh, I see a lot of this happening in people dating.
People do it. It's
and
natural.
They think they're being slick, and it's funny because people on the outside can see what you're doing if they know you and if they're friends with you. Like, it's crazy. And the person who's getting benched, you can't see it all the time, and it just, I don't know. But would you not pick up on it though? Like, why do you only call me like some? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I think people probably do, but there's a pride and there's something that doesn't want you to let yourself out. I don't know. I'm talking
no, not me.
Like I know
I'm
what's
good.
going on, but I've never been in the situation, so I can't say how it works. But I think there's a natural mechanism that we try to protect ourselves, and I think people lie to themselves. Clearly, people lie to themselves.
I guess
when they truly know deep down inside, and we've all had that about certain things in our life, where we know deep down in our soul that this is off, but we make up some other reason that it's off.
I don't know. If I feel like I'm being used or only around for certain things, I'm good. I'm good to say. I don't have a pride about that at all. I don't have one little tiny issue being like, I'm catching on to this and I don't like it. So next time you call, then I'm probably
treat
not
me with value.
Be here. Unless that other person's just really slick,
Right.
Because
obviously, a true player for real.
Obviously, if the person doing the benching is smart, they wouldn't let them, on to the fact that I'm only calling you because I don't have anybody else to entertain me tonight.
Right. Really good coaches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh?
Really good coaches. Yeah. They know how to bench the player and keep them motivated all at the same time.
Right. That's what you would have to do, I feel like.
Yeah.
But you can do that.
I'm a doctor. I got to work crazy hours, and I just can't spend as much time with you, but I don't want us to fall off.
Right.
So I'll call you in 3 days.
I think benching could be in any relationship. It could be in parent kids. It could be in friends.
That's a good point.
Because, sometimes there's friends who you feel, I'm not saying I have any like this. I don't know. Anyway, that you're like, what? She only calls or he only calls when they like need me to do something for them or they need something from me. And any other time, I don't really hear from him. You know, I know friendships are like that, and there's families who only calls me when he needs me to do something or when he needs something from me. Or,
That's right.
you know, so I think it
Keep you on the bench otherwise.
happens in family dynamics and friend dynamics as well. But yeah,
I think it does too, actually.
There's benching. Let's see if I still know the code to Jeff's phone. Did he change it?
Change it twice a day.
He did not. Okay.
I've never changed it.
I don't either.
It's been that for years.
I'm going to see if I can read this without my glasses because it's hard to wear my glasses with these headphones. Orbiting. Men's Health. Oh, boy. Men's Health has referred to orbiting as the new ghosting. It's when someone breaks off all contact with a person they were dating in real life, but they continue following that person on social media and interacting with their posts or content. In other words, they orbit their ex or former dating partner just like a planet might orbit another celestial body. Of course, it's normal to stay social media friends sometimes, but if the breakup is fresh or the severing of the ties was complete and the person is still reacting to your Instagram stories like nothing ever happened, Houston, here's their joke. Houston,
no,
we have a problem. Okay, so I see what that's saying. That one's kind of easy. You know, you break up, right? I don't think that would be the new ghosting because I don't get why they're saying that.
Well, they're saying it's the new ghosting because ghosting before social media was you just disappeared from their life. But now you can ghost from their life, but you stay on
No, I understand
you stay on their social media.
Right, I know that, but you're interacting with them, so you're not ghosting necessarily.
That's a good point.
You're spying.
That's a good point. You're spying.
You know, back when we were dating, you couldn't really ghost. There wasn't anything to ghost from.
You could ghost.
Well, how? How would you have ghosted me? How would you have ghosted me? I see you in real life all the time. I mean, I see you at school.
Well, that's because we were young. But if we were on the scene,
okay, so if we
all of a
lived
sudden,
in the '80s and we were adults, how would you ghost me?
I don't answer your calls.
You don't answer,
and I don't go to where you're going.
Landline? That's it.
Heck no.
That's it. But that's the only way you could ghost
right,
somebody.
and I'll screen your calls. You'll call.
How would you screen my calls back in the '80s?
Because
sir?
it would go beep, and you would leave your message and say, "Why aren't you answering your phone?" And I would go, "Okay, she called again."
Yeah.
And then after 4 days, you
That's
would
the
stop
only way-
calling.
Not me.
And I would be, I can finally answer my phone
But
again.
that's the only way you could ghost. You can't.
Yeah,
You can't block off Instagram, block off social media.
well, if it's a
block off,
first date, you could go to the bathroom and ghost. You could be like, "Oh, I got to run to the bathroom
Right,
and
that's
wash
true.
my hands," and
That's
then just
true.
not come back.
That's true.
But yeah, and overall, you've been dating for a while, ghost, like that's hard to do.
Yeah, that would be hard to do. But yeah, so it's just saying if you break up and you don't communicate anymore, but they can't. They would have to be. They're not blocked off each other's Instagram, social media, or else. So that's not a true ghost.
No, you'd think if you ghost somebody, you'd block them.
Right. If you're truly ghosting somebody, you're going to block them. Therefore, you can't see their social media. So I don't know
That
why
term's crap.
Why don't it's saying it's the new ghosting?
No,
it's
it's
not.
not.
It's a form of it, but
No,
it's
it's
not. It
not.
can't be because if I ghost you, I'm deleting you off everything and blocking you, and I can't see you.
And you won't be able to see me.
Right. So
Boom.
anyway, but I'm sure that happens where you break up and y'all maybe don't block each other, but you kind of want to see what's going on in their life.
Sure.
But it'd be pretty brave to comment and post and like.
Yeah, it'd
That'd
be
be
pretty.
like a little-
I'd be a
I don't
little
know.
dig maybe.
Unless it was an amicable breakup.
Yeah, but if you ghost, it's not amicable. So
Right.
that term doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't. It has some holes.
I get if two people were like married and they agree to get a divorce and they stay friends, whatever, or they break up and they agree to be friends and they still
Right.
just like each other, they talk each other, they're still friendly. That makes sense, but that's not ghosting.
It's not, no. Men's Health, there's a few holes in your orbiting one.
That's right.
Okay. Number 8, cuffing.
Sounds sexual.
It seems like everyone pairs up as soon as the holiday season arrives. No, let me do that. Does it seem like everyone pairs up as soon as the holiday season arrives? You aren't imagining cuffing is another way of saying people are committing to a relationship, and cuffing season is the period during the fall and the winter holidays from Thanksgiving to Valentine's Day when people are inclined to pair up in committed romantic relationships. Cuffs have been short for handcuffs since the 1800s. Now, the term getting cuffed and cuffing season are a play on handcuffing oneself to a partner, i.e. being exclusive. well, I don't think that's handcuffs. Anyway, while these relationships may or may not go the distance once the season changes, at least there's someone else around to fake laugh at your uncle's bad jokes on Thanksgiving. That's their end joke. So basically, you're in a relationship just through the holidays, so you're not alone. And like,
is that a new thing? Because I've
mean,
never heard
oh,
of this. I've never heard of this thing before.
Oh, I have.
People just finding a partner to get through the holidays with?
Yeah, I've heard about it all the time. Like, especially like, because, you know, you want to get the gifts, you want somebody to be with, and then as soon as Valentine's Day's over shortly thereafter, you break up.
I've heard the opposite. Dudes breaking up with girls so they don't have to deal with Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I've heard of that too. Of getting rid of your girlfriund before the holidays so you don't have to go through it. I mean, yeah, there has to be
make up late February.
Too. Yeah. I don't, how could that be a thing anymore like that? I don't know. I guess it is because people don't want to be lonely. So they jump into something. It's like, oh, shoot, the holidays are coming. I don't want to be alone. I want somebody to do cute pictures with. And
that's when you take
go to dinners, go to parties with.
That's when you respond to the zombie.
Oh, shoot, I think I just lost your thing.
Son of a bee.
Sorry, you can't access this type form until its creator says so.
What'd you do?
I don't know. Jeff has some privacy on there. Anyway, that's cuffing. I don't know. It's weird.
That's stupid.
It is stupid. Okay. We've got two more. The next two just sound funny. They just sound funny, but we're going to go through it. Are we doing it on time?
I think we're going to be perfect. We're going to be perfect.
Pocketing. Like pocketing. Normally, when people are in a new relationship, they want to shout it from the rooftops. That's not the case with pocketing. Pocketing means keeping someone you're dating separate or pocketed from the rest of your life, like not introducing them to your friends, inviting them to events, or making mention of your relationship on social media. There are a lot of different reasons why people may pocket a new relationship.
It's called a side piece.
Regardless of the reason, it's safe to say no one wants to feel like they've been tucked away like loose change. No, if I thought you were doing that to me, I would not like it. Now, listen, if we first start dating and you want to like keep things on the hush hush to the low low, we'll do a soft launch. Is that the first one? That's cool. I mean, I get that because you want to, okay.
Well, especially if you have like kids.
If you have kids.
Yeah, and you're like,
maybe if you've come out of a bad relationship
right.
soon, or I get it. But there's got to come a time when that's going to have to stop being. It's a red flag if you've been with somebody for I even think a few weeks, a month or whatever. I don't know what the days or months is. But if they don't want to post you on social media, if they don't want to like, you know.
It depends.
It doesn't depend.
For me, it would totally depend.
How?
Because if we're not together and I start dating, I'm not going to post. I'm not going to surprise my girls with a post.
Oh, no.
And I'm not going to. I'm not going to even tell that I'm dating somebody until it gets serious enough to tell them. That's different. I'm not even going to. I got to make sure this.
I agree.
This woman isn't crazy, and that's a tough thing to decipher in a couple of dates.
I agree with that.
Same for me. They got to make sure I'm not crazy.
Okay, let me rephrase that.
So weeks is insanity to me.
Well, it is. Yeah, I mean, because if your family doesn't know. But how long do you wait though? I would be a little bit offended if you think I'm so crazy you don't want to not introduce me to your kids. That's fine. If you don't want me to be in the same room with them for a while. But, you know, tell them you're dating someone. I mean, I don't know. I'm not that if you left me tomorrow and I started dating someone, I wouldn't right away that day. I don't know though. The way my personality is, I probably would say, "Hey girls, I'm going on a date. And his name is blah blah blah." And, you know, I'm not that secretive.
You whore.
I'm just saying I'm not. I wouldn't, I wouldn't shout it from the rooftops day one, but, like, my kids are adults, you know? I mean.
Your son isn't.
He's an adult enough to know, okay, mom and dad aren't together anymore. They're going to start dating people. Yeah, I would tell him. I'd be like,
it's not going to set well with him.
It doesn't matter. It's not his life. It's not going to set well with him.
It does, but
on kids. It does, but it doesn't. I agree.
Especially
and I disagree.
if you see 4 different guys in a 6-month period because none of them work.
Well, I agree and I disagree, but also anymore. And that's, everybody's accepted that, okay? I'm not talking next week. I'm not saying, oh, your dad and I just signed a divorce papers. I'm going on a date to celebrate. I'm not saying that. A reasonable time has passed. Your kids are going to have to learn. You can't put your life on pause because you don't want to hurt their little. I mean, come on. They're more resilient than that. Mom's going on a date. Period. I'm not going to bring them over tonight.
I'm not saying I wouldn't tell them going on a date.
Okay. Well, now I'm going on 2 dates. Now I've been dating a couple weeks. Hey, we're out at dinner. There's nothing wrong with that. Not a thing wrong with that. I'm not asking him to come over and spend
everybody
the night.
has their own philosophy.
Okay, I'm just telling you my opinion. Your opinion is you were raised that way. Y'all were raised to be very, very, very secretive.
Not very secretive.
Yeah, yes.
No, just reserved.
Jeff, you don't even now post on social media like that.
Well, I don't think to post on social media, and I'm not that type. Like, I don't put my laundry out there.
I get that
my
too.
clean or dirty laundry out there. I don't want to.
I get that too. I mean, you
don't.
don't.
Like it.
I understand that. You very rarely post me on social media, and I'm your wife. I mean,
But
people are different.
Guess what? I do post. If you look at my Instagram or anything, all it is you and the kids.
Yeah.
So anytime I do, it's not that I do it often, but when I do think about it, it's usually just family.
Okay, let me rephrase this. If the person you're dating is social media savvy and social media heavy, like they do a lot of posting and stuff.
Right.
And they don't, like they post daily and then this and that.
Right.
And they've posted people before. I really feel like it is a red flag this day and age for them not to.
At least do a soft
Don't
launch.
saturate. At least do a soft. You don't have to saturate your social media with me, but like, I mean, throw you on something. You're hiding something, or else you're we wouldn't get along. I can't.
Or
like,
you're
this
dating,
day
and you might
age.
not be the only one they're dating.
Right, red flag.
But they may tell you that, and if they're not exclusive, then why would they put
then I don't
4
expect
girls
you to, if you
on their
tell
freaking
me,
Instagram?
If you tell me I'm dating other people and we've agreed to that, I don't expect you to.
Right.
My thing is, if we're exclusive, we've been dating for a little bit, I think it's a red flag if you're hidden from social media. It is, this day and age. I mean, I think that sounds funny. It sounds stupid. But the day and age that we live where everybody puts everything on social media, at least a lot of people do.
A lot of people
Then
do.
that's weird to me. If the other person is heavy in social media. If not, then it's not weird.
Right.
Right? You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's not weird at all to me.
Right.
But I just think it's a red flag. If you're being held secret from family and friends and social media, and it's been a reasonable amount of time, again, I don't know what that amount of time is, I think that's a red flag. Why don't you want to tell your friends about me?
I'm not saying I wouldn't tell my friends. I'm just saying I may not put it on social media.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I'm still going to go down to Charleston. I'm still going to go out. I'm still going to tell my friends. I'm still going to take you places.
Okay, but I'm just saying
that. I just might not post anything about it.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I'd have a little bit of a problem with it if you're a poster.
Well, I'm not.
You are. You post stuff.
Yeah.
You don't post me a lot. You post your drinks a lot, which is weird to me.
I post my drinks a lot.
You post drinks and stuff on your stories.
I don't drink.
I very rarely get a
I never post anything.
You haven't drank
My
since
story
Thursday. That's
is
it.
rare, and when I do, it's usually pictures of us out with drinks, cheersing. I rarely.
You all are weird by what you just said.
Well, I disagree with some of what you just said.
That's fine.
Boom.
I don't know what there is to disagree with. It is weird. What if I didn't put you on my social media?
We're married.
Okay.
And we've been
we were
together for
dating.
400
okay,
years.
I don't mean present day. I mean, if we were dating back in the day and social media was a thing.
I agree.
Like,
yeah.
oh, I'm not.
You
I'm not
should.
going to put. Let's take this picture. Are you going to put? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I think it's weird.
Yeah, without a reason. Yeah, it's weird.
But what would it be a good reason other than you're trying to hide the person?
I don't know.
There's not.
Okay. I just think there's
I just wanna hear
after
more
a certain amount of time. Yeah, it's fine.
But what's that amount of time? I don't know what that amount of time
I don't know. I don't plan on trying to figure out that amount of time.
Okay, the last one is breadcrumbing. That's so weird.
But I'll say this though: if your partner's dead, like if they die, you can immediately post stuff with other people.
What?
Yeah, I mean at the funeral, like you're good, like they're out, they're gone, like then you can post yourself with other people immediately.
You're so bizarre. Like, there's still sometimes I'm like, what in the world? That's the most bizarre thing I've ever heard. No, that's not cool.
I agree. I'm kidding.
Oh
It
my
was
gosh.
fun though. It was funny. It's fun, right?
Yeah. Can't wait for that to happen. I won't.
You'll get a
know.
date to my
I
funeral.
won't know. No, I mean, I'm sure.
I'll be the first one to go.
I'm not talking about this. Breadcrumbing is the new leading someone on. That makes sense. Typically, if someone is breadcrumbing occasional chats and messages, and they might even flirt, but they don't intend to actually pursue a relationship. If anything, they might just be in it for an ego boost. The metaphor of breadcrumbing might remind you of Hansel and Gretel, all the trails of the crumbs they left behind, and that's exactly what this term references.
See, Pete, you still reading?
Well, yeah. Someone is leaving just enough of a trail to string you along. Take note, breadcrumbing can happen with exes too. They might pop up just when you're starting to move on. Normally, we aren't ones to promote dating slang warfare, but if you're a victim of breadcrumbing, that might be an instance when ghosting someone is justified.
Boom. These are people that just need attention and their ego stroked.
Yes.
Right. It's kind of like the other thing. It's like
Yes.
if they have a bored moment or they're not getting the action they want,
Yeah.
they're like, well, that person was super in love with me, so I'll just pick on them.
Right.
Because they'll fall back into it immediately.
Right. Or
So-
it's fun just chatting and texting and stuff, and
Right.
you get all this, and then you like, and then in the back of your mind, you're never going to meet up with this person.
No.
You're never going to do anything with them.
Right.
You don't want a relationship.
But
with
it's fun knowing they're obsessed with you.
them. Well, yeah.
And they're
or
giving
it's-
you the attention
Yeah.
that you need.
Yeah.
That you can't get somewhere else.
Yeah, but you got to pick up on that after
and
a while.
some people probably have it from multiple people because they really love attention.
Yeah, but
They drag several people along. I think there's people out there that do that.
you're going to get caught after a minute.
They call it OnlyFans, I'm sure.
No, people know you're not in that for relationships.
Right, I know.
But anyway,
But attention.
attention. But that's
Some
different.
people may love the attention, and
I
I'm
know.
sure they do, which is fine. Hey, to each their own.
Yeah, but I don't think that's the same thing. I think
It's not the same thing. It's not
Oh.
abusive, right? I mean,
no. I mean, you signed up for it,
breadcrumbing's pretty abusive.
right?
Not bad abuse, but it's like you're taking advantage of somebody.
You would think that person would catch on after a while. If you're chatting with me and talking to me and you never want to meet up with me, there's a red flag there because you're probably with someone or quit
There's
looking.
so many stories of dudes getting drugged through the sand like this. Like that dude that had the girl overseas, he kept sending money to for years. Went over there like 3 different times to meet her, and something happened and she couldn't meet.
3 times.
Every
Come
time.
on, the shame on him then.
Shame on him.
Because I mean,
That desperate sack.
once I would be suspicious. All right, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt though.
Yeah, but you're a
It happens
level-headed
again.
normal person.
It happens again, I'm done. Sorry.
It's just
Especially
like
if he's
these
giving her
people in Love
money.
After Lockup. What's wrong with these people?
I have no idea. Some of them work. Some of them are still together.
Some of them.
Right, a fraction.
Out of how many?
Oh, I mean, there's tons, but I mean,
I would like to know how many actually work.
yeah, I mean,
5 years in. Give me one couple that's 5 years in with a family. That's all I want. Can't do it probably. I'm going to say it's not possible.
Well, I'm a hopeless romantic. I think
And
it
that's
is
the problem
possible.
because that's
No,
the
it's not a
people
problem.
that's the people that get stuck and get caught. That's the people that get taken advantage of. The people
No,
that
I
go,
don't agree all the time.
this is only 1% chance it could work, but I'm going to do it.
Right, because they're you.
'Cause
I'm gonna
you're-
quote Jordan.
you're
You miss every
stupid.
shot you don't take.
That's not in relationships.
Oh, it is too.
He would
If
never
you-
take a shot at a million women.
I'm not saying take a shot at a million people. When did that ever come into play?
Same thing.
No, it's not. It's like if you no, it's not the same thing. No, it's not. If you think that want to pursue a relationship, try it. Why would you not try it? Even if it's absurd, even if it sounds crazy, even if it's like this guy's in prison or this girl's in prison. I mean, I know it sounds crazy, but I really
It's
take-
nuts.
that's fine.
And it's not going to work out.
You don't know that.
I do.
No, you
The
don't.
great thing about those relationships is they're most of the time they're on the same level of stupidity.
Oh my
So
gosh,
there's
you're
a
so
chance.
mean. I agree with you that most of them learn all this crap. I agree. 90% of them don't work, or maybe even more. But I'm in the ballpark of what is it going to hurt to try? If you want to invest, you might lose some stuff. But if you're willing to take that risk and take that chance, and that's something you want to do, I don't think you sit back and it might not work. I'm just like, it might not work. I'm just not going to do it. And then if it doesn't work, you've learned your lesson.
Right.
Well, there's no problem with that.
No.
You're very harsh.
I'm not.
I mean, it's okay to be logical, but
Just-
you just. So you're.
I was talking about Love After Lockup.
Right,
I'm talking
and
about
I
people
would-
that
I
are
agree with
paying.
you.
I'm thinking of, when I bring it up, I'm thinking of the examples of people paying tons of money over years and years and years and marrying somebody in prison they've never seen in person.
I know it sounds absurd, but it can happen.
And then
it
they
can
come
work.
out and guess what happens?
Most of the time, it does not work.
Because They're in prison. They want your money. They're going to do anything you
But it's
say.
not. But that doesn't necessarily mean every single time.
Not every single time, but most
I mean,
of the time.
I would not do it. But I'm just saying I don't judge these people for doing it because you feel like in that moment that's something you want to do. People may bring it to your attention that you're giving this person. If you feel it in your heart that you want to do it, that's on you, and good for you for trying something. But you can't complain and whine and cry, when you get taken advantage of, because you knew that in your head that you could be stepping into a freaking quicksand.
Yeah, that's the feeling it with your heart part. You're jumping into a quicksand.
You know what? You and I don't agree on a lot of things like this, and that's fine.
I'm a romantic.
You are not, sir.
I'm not hopeless, but I'm a romantic.
You aren't.
I'm all about finding somebody and taking chances.
Are
I'm just
you?
talking about not in prison.
There's nothing wrong. Some people make
If
mistakes.
my daughter's
and they need
logging
love too.
into a freaking dating
I
prison
would be
dating
livid,
site,
but
I'm going to be like, what did I do wrong?
I wouldn't say what did I do
Let's
wrong.
get you evaluated.
No, you're going overboard with this. People do things, Jeff.
I'm not going overboard on this.
You are.
We're going to next time we're out, we're going to take a poll
That's fine.
about who thinks that people that are getting on and chatting with people in prison and sending them money are not crazy.
I don't think they're crazy. I don't think it's smart. And if my daughter was doing that, I would have a problem with it. But I'm not gonna. She's gonna have to learn the hard way. If you tell them and then they keep doing it, obviously they feel something in their heart that they need to do that.
They're very vulnerable and they're very desperate. And that's
That's
what they
fine.
feel in their heart.
That's fine.
It's like
And
I
you
couldn't.
don't know what they feel in their heart. You're not them.
They're like I couldn't do it on eHarmony
You're
or
not
Grindr
them.
or Tinder Swipe or
Don't-
whatever it is.
Don't do that.
And now I'm going to go get a guy that's in a cage because he'll probably not say no because what else has he got going for him? He needs some cigarettes.
You don't know everything about everybody.
He
I know
needs
you
some
think
cigarettes
you do.
and crayons. And I can give that to him for a little bit of love.
Well, I think that's majority of the time what happens. I think you're right the majority of the time. I do. I'm not stupid.
Right.
But I just think you discount some things.
True love.
You're so facetious right now and condescending. It's bad. You're so condescending right now.
I'm having fun. We're having fun.
People in jail need love too.
They get it, trust me. They're getting love.
No, I mean I am with you ultimately. I would say if I had to bet, obviously. Here we go again. I don't think that they work out. But
You know what's great about this podcast? This what's great about this podcast for the people listening. I don't know who's listening, but for the people that are listening, this is exactly how our conversations go all the time. This is literally like we're just like if we were talking about this, we're talking like we would sitting here at night. We do the same thing. She actually says the same things to me, that you're condescending.
I do.
You're an asshole.
I do not say that all the time.
No, you don't. And it's not mean. It's just the way you just said it. And then I continue to dig. I like to dig.
He loves it.
Because I play one side, she'll play the other. That's why we have fun. Then she'll try to convince me of the prince that's in cell block E, and I'll try to convince her.
Listen,
it's
what we do.
a game of tennis we play all the time,
volleyball.
and we
I would
still
prefer
don't
volleyball.
kill each other.
No, we don't.
I'm not good at volleyball.
I just chalk it up to Jeff. I don't even know what the word is.
Oh, that's sweet.
I do.
She didn't
Special.
even have a word for me.
Special.
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 I'll
well,
take it.
It is what it is. No, I mean, literally, I agree with you. Most of that is, I agree. I just like to joke too, but I mean, I think a little more of a hopeless romantic than you are. Like I do things.
I was most of my life on everything. I was
a hopeless romantic
about everything.
Oh my gosh, are you insane?
For the first half until I got my heart broken, just with life in general.
You got your heart broken?
Not by a female, just life.
A male?
Yeah, it
You're
was
just
rough.
now telling me?
Yes. No, I'm
What
just
do you mean
saying.
you got your heart broken?
No, I'm just saying. I'm the hopeless romantic about everything's going to work. Like everything's going to work no matter what you do, and it does eventually, but not without pain, right? Like with things that cripple you and hurt you. Like we've been through hard times, not just you and me, financially, me making decisions, certain things happen that you think it's going to work no matter what, and then you start to go, well, being a hopeless romantic and taking that chance when I should have been more conservative cost me a lot of pain and a lot of years.
I think you're mistaking it for positive thinking. I'm talking about literally relationships being a hopeless romantic.
Well,
like
those have the same divorce rate or higher than
oh my gosh,
one that's not a hopeless romantic. That's all I'm gonna say.
Whatever. Listen.
People, marriage is work. Love is work.
Right.
Hopeless romantics
And
jump
you never
from
know if it's going to work
relationship
unless
to
you try.
relationship. And then
No,
when
they
it stops
don't.
working, they'll try
You're
again
so-
somewhere else
oh my
because it's
gosh.
not going to be romantic anymore.
No,
And
that's
they
not
need
what.
the tingle.
Oh my gosh. This is what I'm talking about, y'all. This is just special.
I'm sure most agree with you.
No, I don't think they do. I think most probably agree with you. Like he's right, and that's fine. But there are people like us out there who are risk takers and would.
I'm a risk taker.
You are not.
I am the ultimate risk taker.
Oh my gosh, you're so contradicting yourself right now.
Not in relationships,
Oh my lord.
but in life.
Wait, I'm not
Like,
either. In
I'm
relationships. I
jumping
don't
the
need a
river
new
with the
relationship.
motorcycle.
No, you don't. You don't even ride a motorcycle.
Well, if I did, I'd be
That's
the
why
one.
you probably shouldn't. You are not a risk taker.
Whoa.
You're not.
I've always been a risk taker.
When?
I'll try anything. Business, jumping from anything. I'll try anything. Always have been.
Okay.
No?
I don't think either of us are risk takers. I think we're very conservative people. We're not risk takers.
We're conservative.
Nor do I know what you're talking about.
I'm not going to jump off a cliff with a parachute.
Well, I don't think you should.
I don't want to. It doesn't sound fun to me.
No. I mean, I don't mean that in a bad way. I don't think we're much of risk takers. Like we don't just pick up and we did that once. But anyway, I mean, we don't.
We hike.
Like, that's not a. I don't even know what I mean by it. Like just let's open up a business. Let's quit our jobs.
I'll do that.
Open up a business. We're not sure what's happening. We're not like that. There are people like that. We're conservative. We're like, we can't do that because we have a family. And what if it doesn't work? We're conservative. Risk takers would just be like, let's do it. We're just going to do it. We want to open up this wine and cheese shop. We've been wanting to. You want to open up a bourbon thing. Let's put it all together. Let's save up our money. We're going to quit both of our jobs and we're going to find us a spot and we're going to do it because that's what we want to do with our life. And then they do it.
Let's
And
do it.
you could fail or you could succeed or you could fail. That's part of taking a risk.
Well, that's my thing. I don't care about failing.
So we're not, not failing, but I mean, you can't go broke either. So you're not a risk taker, else we would have done that a long time ago. I don't think either of us want to be insurance agents and paralegals for the rest of our life.
Speak for yourself, honey.
/ personal trainer. / Jeff might go back to nursing school. So we don't even know.
That's right.
We don't even
That's
know
right.
that
Hey,
conversation
that
last
free,
night.
yeah, that sounds pretty tempting. Put me back about 5.
Did Jack tell you the funny story about me today? Did he make fun of me?
Yeah, he said to ask you. I forgot. He said to ask you about Abdullah's, the restaurant.
No, not Abdul. Aladdin's.
Aladdin's. Yeah, I used to eat over there at the.
Okay, so funny.
It's good.
Well, we were talking about restaurants or whatever, and we were talking about
Is it
salads.
Mexican?
Shut up. That's what I said. And so we were talking about salads and what restaurant in town had salads. It was me and Jack and Morgan. That's all that was there talking about it. And they were talking about Greek salads. And she said Aladdin's in Canal City has a good Greek salad. And he goes, where is that? And she said back by where the lab, all this stuff. And it's back with there's a Mexican. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
I was perplexed even. I was like, is that a Mexican restaurant? And they both looked at each other and started laughing. And I knew what they were laughing at because I caught on. I was like, why would a Mexican restaurant be selling Greek, whatever.
Mediterranean, yeah.
Yeah, whatever, Mediterranean. And so they made fun of me the rest of the time. They were like, "Oh, is Aladdin's a Mexican?" I said, "But please, Morgan, tell him that there is a Mexican restaurant back there." She was like, "Oh yeah, there is right beside." So that's where I was coming from.
Right.
Well, Jack just thought it was the funniest thing in the world. He's
I'm
like,
sure he did.
"You're an idiot." I said, "I know." He doesn't know my personality totally yet. Like
Right.
that doesn't bother me. I'm not embarrassed. You can talk about it to the world. Jack does not understand me. I don't get embarrassed.
Right.
I don't care. I could care less. Oh, I couldn't go a podcast without that.
No, it wouldn't be right.
But anyway, I just thought it was pretty funny.
That
I don't
is
know
hysterical.
why I thought about that, but
Yeah, he asked me earlier, and I just never asked you.
yeah. pretty funny. Well, anyway.
Aladdin's. It's good.
You've been to Aladdin's?
A few times, yes. That's where Dan and Mary love to eat. So
I never knew you even went there.
Yeah.
I knew you went to that Mexican restaurant back
I
there
met
called
them over
whatever.
there a few times. I went when I was at commercial once.
Jeff goes to all these restaurants and won't take me. You're hiding me. You're what's the term? Pocketing me. No.
Breadcrumbing you.
No, that's leading me on.
That's right.
Is it pocketing?
Pocketing?
Now we've already forgot. We failed the test.
There's pocketing, but there's another one.
There was another one I'm
There's
thinking
another
of.
one that you're thinking of.
I forget what it is, but you're keeping me from people.
I'm definite. Like when I get up in the morning, I'll make a list of who I want to keep you from that day. It's what I do.
You're not benching, not woke. No, maybe it was.
Maybe it's just that one.
Maybe it was just pocketing.
I'm pocketing you.
Yeah, keeping someone for you're dating separate. Yep, that's what you're doing.
That's what I'm doing.
You're not letting me go to the
I want to make sure I
Mediterranean
keep you.
restaurant.
Yep, that's what I
You
did.
probably have certain girls at certain restaurants
Oh,
that you like
gosh.
to meet up with, and if you take me there, just like you probably never take them to where we go.
Oh no, never. Yeah, got to be very careful.
Right? You don't
Very
want to cross
strategic.
we don't want to cross restaurant.
No,
Your
no,
chicks.
No, I don't want. Yeah,
You gotta be careful with that.
you got to be very careful.
Keep it on the separate ends of town.
Right.
You know,
Definitely.
You don't want to cross that, especially in this town.
It's hard. It's a juggling act.
I mean, I bet it is.
It's a juggling act.
Maybe that's why you're so stressed all the time.
Am I?
Maybe that's why your blood pressure's up.
Gosh. I got hoes in this area code.
Well, there's only one or two area codes.
Right.
in West
And
Virginia.
that would be God, that would be stressful. Gosh, in this little
Right.
town, you definitely run across
you're
people.
definitely in trouble.
Oh, you're definitely running across
I want to be on
people.
the sidelines when that happens.
You would have to have literally in this town for us. I would need a questionnaire about somebody going 3 generations back to see who they knew and who their family knew.
I know, it's crazy.
I'd be like, now name your uncles and your aunt, your mom. Now, where are they from?
Right.
Or South Charleston. Wait a minute.
I know.
They grew up there. When they graduate, who they know. It's over here. You cannot get away unless they just moved here and they don't know a soul.
You're going to know somebody that knows
You
somebody.
will know somebody that knows somebody. 1,000,000%. It's
Yep.
impossible not to.
Right.
Keep it clean, people.
Oh, my gosh.
Keep
How
it
about you
clean.
just keep one relationship? That might be where we should all start, maybe.
That's what I said. Keep it clean.
Keep it clean. I thought you meant clean by you better cross your
No,
T's
no,
and
no,
dot
no,
your
no, no, no,
I's.
no, no. Don't even try. It's impossible in this town.
Just stay with
It's
one person.
impossible.
If
in
you
this
don't
town.
want to be with that person, just
Leave that person and see other people.
yeah.
And then when people say, "Oh, hey, how's Angie?" I think she's good. I haven't talked to her in a week or so.
Wow.
Since I dropped the kids off.
That's your dream.
No, it's not my dream.
Oh, I think it might be.
It's not my dream. Trust me, I have my dream. I live it. I live it.
Oh, wow.
I live my dream.
Oh.
I'm living the dream.
Wow.
I am. I love it. I love the dream.
You're trying to convince yourself
It's
right
not a nightmare.
This is positive self-talk right now. Self-affirmations. I'm okay. I love my life.
I love my life. I'm okay. This is not a nightmare.
What?
I'm kidding.
Oh, I'm going to go cry now.
Life's great.
Did you see his voice go up there?
Life's great.
Oh, well, this has been fun. I'm going to use some of these terms and see if our kids know what they mean.
They don't benching. You got anybody benched? That's what I'm asking.
Are you breadcrumbing anybody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the first one?
Soft launch.
Have you ever had a soft launch?
I'm gonna ask
That
Maddie
sounds too creepy.
I'm going to ask Maddie that since she's the one that keeps her relationships on the hush-hush.
That's true. She
Okay.
keeps everybody pocketed.
She is a pocketer.
She's a Runyon.
That's what I'm trying to say. No, I'm not like that. I'm not like. Yeah, you all are like that. You're very quiet.
I said
and
reserved.
you're very private and you're very secretive and reserved and you don't tell anybody any of your business. You're very private. My family's not like that. That's where we're way different.
It's true.
I'm an open book.
Open.
I'm an open book. I'm an open book.
All right.
It's an inside joke. But anyway, all right.
We're going to end on an open book.
Okay.